need for institutional development plan in universities. What is vision, mission, core values, and environmental analysis? One of his LinkedIn posts, Professor Aloysius Sequeira, said that, in my experience, make the stakeholders understand that vision is a dream. It may look hazy, but yet it is powerful. It can act as strong motivation to think big and work towards realizing the long-term goals. It widens the scope of envisioning, but at the same time keeps your focus intact. Remember that the mission has the grounding in the vision, and therefore both are essential components of strategic intent for any progressive organization. Unquotes. With this, sir, I over to you.
Good morning, everyone. With your kind permission, shall I start the session? I would just like you to, I'll go to directly the slide which I want to, you can have a look at the picture, or you can even close your eyes for just a minute or two, just to meditate. Just concentrate, it's a neutral picture. Or you can close your eyes just for 2 minutes, only to acknowledge and thank Almighty for giving us this opportunity to be here. A great institution like MANUU. We are fortunate we are here. Many are not able to be here. We have survived the worst calamity of COVID-19, and we thank God we are all here alive. We are grateful to the leaders who are running this institution, to the organizers. We are all teachers. Teaching is a noble profession because teachers are like candle. A candle melts to give light, but it never cries because it is melting. Teachers dedicate their whole life for the cause of education, and they produce boys and girls, youth, to be the leaders of the society. We are ordinary people, but we attempt extraordinary things only with the blessings of God. And we recall at this moment a few ordinary people who have helped the society to get the benefits, like Thomas Alva Edison. Without his invention of bulb, we would have been using candles and lamps. People like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our former president, who gave so much of contribution to the space society, the space organization, and very recent, probably just 2 days back, a very ordinary person like, Aman, who brought bronze medal for us. Have you read his biography? A person orphaned at the age of 11 years, lost his mother at 10 and father at 11, and the youngest probably athlete to bring a medal and keep a flag flying at the Olympics. In conclusion, we only thank Almighty that He gives us this strength to be the leaders, to contribute to the society. Friends, with this small meditation, today's agenda is we'll keep it evolving, because let's not stick to the time schedule. Let us get it evolved as and when we go, depending on your interest. Where you feel we should spend more time, we'll spend more time. Where you feel we should cut down, we will cut down. Please accept me as a teacher, okay? Because I am standing in front of very experienced teachers, eminent people. And some other I came into the administration later on, but that gave me that confidence. So I built up this, the sessions based on my experience. We have total 4 sessions, morning 2 sessions, and afternoon 2 sessions. Now, end of each session will have the first part, theory part, and the second part, we get up, go in groups, sit, discuss, come back, make a presentation for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Okay, and at the end of the workshop, we compile all the summary of the discussions that have happened in the teams, and that will be the outcome of the workshop, which we'll present to the organizers, to the IQAC dean. Few sessions, you already have enough knowledge, and there's a working sheets given to you. I suppose it is distributed. So the summary is already there. Summary is just 4 lines. There are many slides. This is only to keep your attention, okay? We are not going to read all the slides, but just understand a few concepts, and then we proceed with the sessions, okay? So we begin with the objectives. I'm not going to read out. It's already there, given in your... Is it okay? We don't have to read out this. Methodology, we'll have some lectures, presentations, group discussions, teamwork. These are submissions which I would like to make before I start. Please remember, nowhere you have a standard template structure for I'll come to this, whether you call it IDP or strategic plan. There has been a debate on this. And there are 2 components in this. One is the contents, second is the structure in any plan. Content and structure. Don't copy the contents, but copy the structure. Okay? Contents you should put depending on the context where you are referring. Is that okay? So MANUU has already got like vision, mission, core values. MANUU already has. But tomorrow, the colleges which are going to come, they may have, they may not have. Okay. So they are going to put their contents there. Structure is more or less, you may ask me, where did you get this structure from? Very interesting that I want to show you. This is a structure which I was the chairman of the strategic plan of NITK Surathkal when we became first the National Institute in 2002. Ministry insisted that we won't fund you unless you have a plan with you. Okay, so I was put as the chairman. It took 2 years, 6 months to get the vision and mission. Because so much of debate, and everything has to get approval. It has to go through the academic council, it has to go to the governing board, and then only, of course, the funding part comes last. So I wish at the end, MANUU has got a document like this, which I have helped other institutions also to make. And you copyright this, okay? Because these are your contents, your structure, which is going to be evolved. All right. For all assistance, I am available. Okay, I will provide the structure. Contents already are there, but we will try to fill up. Most of the contents are borrowed from good books. I teach strategic management for last at least 15 years, guided 2 PhDs in this area with good publications in index journals. All contents, I have no copyright, so no plagiarism. Everything references are given at the back, which book it is taken. So let us be very clear, very transparent. And this I already told you that don't try to anywhere, any strategic plan. I'll get you top strategic plans, or IDP came very recently, this terminology, but earlier they were all called strategic plans. Okay? You take Stanford, you take Harvard, you take IIT, you take IIMs. They don't have some of them, in fact. They are in the process of, some of them are in the process of making because of the insistence. But otherwise, structure is decided by them, contents belongs to them, whatever they have prepared. Now the debate, we won't waste much time on that. Do you call it IDP or a strategic plan? There are justifications, but as per UGC guidelines, we have to call it as a institutional development plan. But why we were calling it as a strategic plan earlier is, you can view this entire university as a system. It has got, the whole university has got goals to achieve. It is an environment. There is an external environment, there is an internal environment, there are resources which become means for achieving the goals. And ultimately, this organization is a service organization. So we view this as a system with long-term goals. That's why it is called, it used to be called strategic plan. So please pardon me if I use interchange this strategic plan and IDP, because confusion should not come. Okay, it is one and the same. It's only the terminology. There are resources, tangible and intangible, which we are going to discuss in the later part. And these resources today, scarce resources, optimal utilization is very important, effective and efficient. Doing right things and doing things rightly is a very important concept. We operate in environment. This is where the strategic plan or your IDP plays a very important role. Imagine IIT is getting into starting a school for law, school for medicine, okay, where purely they were engineering. There are so many institutions where the environment, there is a requirement coming from the environment. Because ultimately you are doing anything for the customers, and students are our customers. And specific actions, now this is the word strategies. Everyone uses word strategy, strategy, strategy. What is the strategy? Simple English, it is actions. It is plan of actions. And policies are principles for those actions. Simple. Let us not use, I don't use any jargons of management, though I teach strategic management. Simple English is that whatever strategies we are going to look at are plan of actions, and we are going to discuss about policies at the end, which are nothing but principles for those actions. Why we need them? We will discuss. So that is where strategic plan came. Now we go to the important, the first part. So any PhD thesis, we give the synopsis in the beginning. So would you like to listen to the synopsis of this full day? Are you interested? In just 2 sentences, what this whole day we are going to discuss about. First session, we are going to discuss about what is vision, mission, and core values. We call it as the part of the strategic intent. MANUU already has a vision and mission. So what are we going to do? We are going to just revisit that. Sit in groups, revisit. Okay? Say, appreciate that. Say it is good, very good. Or group feels we can add incremental here or there some additions, few words. Is that okay? So I'm giving the synopsis, what is going to come. And then the second session, we go to the goals. So goals are the targets, results, very important. And ways and means to achieve these goals, the objectives, the narration part of it. So we try to measure the achievement of mission through the goals and objectives. In one word, we call it as operationalization. This is a common word in research methodology. Operationalization is meaning is simple. It is measurement. Nothing but measurement, operationalization. So am I clear? The first session, vision, mission, goals, okay, objectives. And there we end for lunch. We come back in the afternoon. Before the goals, we are going to do environment analysis. We call it as the strategic analysis. The internal environment, the external, the environment analysis, because it helps us to formulate the goals and objectives. Okay? So we are going to get into groups. I do not know whether this exercise has been done at MANUU, but we'll try to, if it is not done for MANUU, we'll try to do it, identifies. But there are certain theory behind it. You cannot simply say strengths, weakness, opportunity. We always go as teachers, as educators, we have to have solid theory behind any practice. We don't blindly do anything unless we are convinced. Is this okay? I'm just trying to put the synopsis in front of you. So we have vision, mission, environment analysis, goals, objectives. Now we want to measure the metrics part of it. And this is where we come to the indicators. And just before the indicators, we have strategies, which I've already explained to you, actions that are required, indicators, whether we have achieved or not achieved. And the last part, we are going to say a good action plan for academic, for administration, for finance. 3 components. And then how do you mobilize resources? And with that we conclude. This is the synopsis of the entire workshop for the workshop that is organized today. You have any doubts on this? Now, how do we go about? I told you, we will try to evolve as depending on the interest, depending on how much is already known to you. There's no point in wasting time, which is where you're already familiar with the concepts. All right. Shall I go ahead then?
Sir, one point.
Yeah.
Operationalization means measurement. Yeah, this is I find difficulty correlate in this. You said that operationalization means measurement.
Measurement. For example, mission is mostly a qualitative type. Mostly. It is a qualitative statement you make. Statement or statements. It could be more than one, and many times it is more than one. Now, how do you know whether you have achieved it in 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years down the line? The funding agencies are very keen to know to what extent have you achieved. I should have some means to measure it. And that is where we use this word, operationalization. This is a very good question, in fact, in research methodology. Operationalization is a very important term in metrics. These are big words like jargons, but simple meaning, If you know the meaning, I think that should be more than sufficient. Shall I proceed? Any other questions you have? So synopsis is known to you, what is going to come. Okay, we'll take some time on this. A good anecdote by Lewis Carroll. If you don't know where you are going, any road will take you there. You don't know where is the destination. So you require 2 things. You want the destination, you want the direction, both. You agree? All of us agree? We need to know where you want to reach. That's the goal. You want the direction, the path. Both are important. For the goal, there may be many paths. There need not be always one path. This is also important. But we try to take the best path. Okay. So, Benjamin Franklin said this, failing to plan is planning to fail. Very nice, simple anecdote of Benjamin Franklin. So with a well-crafted strategic plan, we significantly enhance our prospects of success. So this is where importance of a strategic plan comes. Benefits, most important benefits, I already told you, it's a roadmap for us. By the way, I'm going to give you the PDF of the notes of this. Is it okay? So you don't have to bother around, because next time when you do workshop for others, you can just take those contents. And copyright, please mention the references at the back, whatever are there, last slide. Very important benefits are there. For example, you would ask me what was the benefit of this. So it went nearly 3 times to the board, 2 times it got rejected, 3rd time it got accepted. And then it became a model for all NITs. Now, when we went in 2009 to the ministry, we asked for 200 crores that time. Yeah. So the ministry very clearly said, you are not an exception. We can't give you suddenly 200 crores. But in installments, depending on your progress. Okay. So we were able to get funding. So there are a lot of benefits when you have a document to show, convincing document, not jargons, not 500-page document. Okay. I would say 50-page document is the best document for a strategic plan. You agree with me? Because it's not a thesis that you're going to write definitions and all this. Stakeholders' involvement is very important. Now, professor is here from the beginning, and he knows probably the inception, how the vision and mission was made to some extent. When I go to other institutions, I insist that some student leaders should be present for the workshop. Some parents should be present for the workshop. Some non-teaching staff should be present for the workshop. Some industry people should be present for the workshop. Who are they? Who are they? They are the stakeholders. Do you agree with what I say? Okay? Is it not a good proposition that we involve all of them? Possible, quite possible. Maybe future you can consider this idea. They own this. They become a part of it, because we are going to mention these people were part of the whole process of crafting this strategic plan or IDP. All right. So another big advantage of this is resource mobilization. This is very important because there is crunch now, resources. Unless we have a plan for revenue generation can come only when you have clear activities. And when can you have activities? When you know what goals you have to achieve. So they're all mapped. So what is your mission? What are your goals? What are the strategies? What are your indicators? This is the resource implication. Simple, mapping. And of course, there are a lot of other benefits also. Going to the first slide of the vision, you are here in 2024, next 10 years, where you would like to reach. Okay. How do you reach? It's just like the pilot of any plane is given the destination to reach. Then he has to have a compass with him and a map. Then, of course, technology takes over. These two are important. Unless you have a map, unless you have a compass. Where is the compass and map for the institution, for MANUU? The vision and mission is, we set where we want to go. Vision. It's a dream. This building cannot dream. It's only a concrete structure. Who dreams? The people who own this, who stay here, who work here, they dream for the institution. So it's a dream of all stakeholders. It looks sometimes, it's a dream, long-term dream. Vision rarely changes. Please remember, keep this in mind, that vision rarely changes. For 2 decades, 3 decades, 5 decades, vision remains vision. That is why you have to be very extremely careful A few words, 5 words, 8 words, single statement of a vision takes care of next 50 years. There are institutions even with 100 years, vision has not changed, but something else changes. That is the mission. Okay? So, looks hazy, vague. They use all big words. We want to be world leaders, top class institutions. These are all hype, but you have to be very modest. But give a wide scope, long term, in future. Probably MANUU thinks of starting, adding few other disciplines. Beautiful, I think, campus you have, beautiful programs you have, because first time I'm getting associated with MANUU. I think comparable with any top apex institution, because I am a product of IIT Bombay, and way back, some 35 years back, 40 years back. And when I look at the campus, I was trying to, see the similarities between the nature and the beautiful campus that you have. Very powerful motivator. I'll show you some 4 vision statements, wonderful statements, few words, hardly 4 or 5 words, but see the inspiration that is drawn from this vision. Okay? A car in every garage. Ford, Henry Ford. See the number of words there. See the inspiration, the passion, the motivation behind. Whether it is possible, hazy, not very clear, but takes care of next 50 years, 80 years, 100 years. A car in every garage. Do you see that? Again, Disneyland, to be the happiest place on earth. Is it possible? But ambitious, aspiration. Okay? McDonald's. Our vision is to be the world's best quick service restaurant. I'll give you a few more. These are all companies that will come to educational institutions. Okay? So, concept again of vision is where. There are 5 W's. The first W, where you want to go. Hazy, dream, MANUU vague. Can you measure it? Difficult. Can you quantify it, sir? You asked a question. Can you operationalize vision? Very difficult. That is why you have immediately following this is the mission to operationalize. And I told you the meaning of what is operationalize. Measuring, measuring achievement. Is it possible that to see whether 10 years down the lane, 20 years, have you achieved it or not achieved it? So let's quickly progress. There is what is known as a pyramid called strategic intent. Any good book I told you, all this is theory based. And I don't own any of this content. It's all copyright from the books which I've referred to and given in the references. Strickland is one of the best books, strategic management. Des concept of strategic management. There are so many books, all taken from here and there. Okay. Strategic intent has got 3 parts: vision, mission, and goals. It's like a pyramid. Now, vision is on the top. Middle is the mission, down are the goals. Many times, vision is top driven, down. Okay, it is formulated and told, achieve this to the lower level. So, it is a dream, aspiration, difficult to measure many times, but it can be a very strong motivation. It has got 2 parts: the core ideology and envisaged future. Now, this is where everyone thinks after vision immediately core values come. This is the theory behind it. So, vision has got 2 parts: the core ideology and envisioned future. We are not going to write any exam on this. I'm just giving you theory so that tomorrow when you defend, you will become trainers, you will become just like me, tell others. You should know where are the roots, okay? They don't come suddenly from the sky. There are roots for those, and these are the roots where it comes from, the core values and core purpose. So, vision statement has got these 2 parts. We will discuss a little more about core values. MANUU has got core values, I will come to it, okay? And envision future, big audacious goals, we call them as bags. BAGS, and a vivid description, like Ford said, car in every garage. It's a very vivid description he gives. Description of a garage, of a car, being parked in the garage with a few words, one statement. John Cotter, in a book called Leading Change, he gives these should be the components, which are given in red, like imaginable, communicable. So you should be able to communicate very fast. Okay, focused, feasible. As I told you, I'll give the PDF of this so that you don't have to spend time on writing this. These are some of the vision statement of companies like Google, in one click to provide whatever information you want, Instagram, Microsoft, Uber. This is something which I like very much. Transportation as reliable as running water. Everywhere for everyone. See what a imagination, what a powerful vision. Very inspirational, right? Very catchy. People remember. Similarly, Microsoft. Stanford. I'm sorry, there is the image is cut. I'll try to read the Stanford's one. Fueled by optimism in, I think, why does...
Ingenuity.
Yeah, ingenuity. No, this thing is cut, line is cut. Okay. Can technology people, there is some, in the screen, there is some blur. Anyone, can you? Is it because of that? So next one, what do you get?
Select करके format print कर लो. This is here, sir.
Yeah. It has come. Yeah.
It has come.
Yeah, it has come. So, fueled by optimism, ingenuity, and a sense of responsibility, we seek to accelerate a purposeful impact in the world. NITK, I remember, I told you 2 years and 6 months to frame this. As teachers, we don't agree that easily. It came to academic council, they put it down. They said, no, it doesn't match our. This is good. People contribute there. We had discussion, and then finally we said, to facilitate transformation of students into good human beings, responsible citizens, and competent professionals, focusing on assimilation, generation, and dissemination of knowledge. Okay, this was what we said for NITK. Indian Institute of Science has got a very inspiring one. Okay, you can have this. I've taken these from the websites. MANUU has got a very inspirational vision statement. Now, when you have a vision statement, what are we doing here? We are here just to support this, give our comments, revisit it, reinvent it, say we appreciate whatever efforts put in. Do you agree with me? Okay. Someone feels that maybe you can add a word, maybe you can delete a word, welcome. That should be done in the group. Okay? And then come back and present it here. Is it okay? The methodology we are following. Core values, I told you, they are the guiding principles. Anything that we do, the organization does, all operations, core values become the backbone. Core values are not put on the wall. Core values are not printed everywhere. Where are the core values? Where are the core values? Within our heart. If you say honesty, don't put a banner of honesty. Practice it. Okay? If you say integrity, show it. If you say transparency, exhibit that. Do you agree with me? Practice these core values. People should feel yes. MANUU has got all this list of core values. It can be seen from their performance, from the behavior of all employee students. These are the core values. General core values I've taken, yes.
Can you speak to podium because this is very live for the off campuses also. Sorry. Thank you.
Give me a suggestion. I would have done it. Okay. So core values, I feel, is a very important component, and I've taken this from several university websites, and some of them are marked with red. Can you tell me the reason? Some are black and some are red. Red are common ones. Many of the abroad top leading reputed universities and those in India also, they use these which are in red. These are ones which I had, as chairman of the strategic planning committee, we had evolved this. MANUU has got core values. So they have put it in the form of short statements. All right. So you give your suggestions. Like I showed you, whether we should have a word, but narration is very important. Whenever core values are given, immediately below the core value, we give the narration of that. If you say integrity, integrity for MANUU means one statement. Okay. Ethics, ethics for MANUU means this. That should come immediately after we list the core values. Is that all right? I'm with you. You're able to follow? Okay. So this is how the core values of MANUU are given. So we have only now to revisit and give our feedback on that. Okay. We have concluded two important parts. Can you tell me which are those? Quickly. Important words. Vision. Then core values. Any other words associated with these two terms that comes to your mind without looking at your notes? No, that will come later. Direction. Good, ma'am. Any other words? Strategies was a word. Contents and structure. I mentioned this. Okay, good. And the summary of this I given you in the working sheets. So you don't have to bother when you go to the team. Ready reference, you have just the summary of whatever is presented here. That is enough for you. We say working material, you know. So that is more than enough for you to make a decision. From vision, we move to the mission. So vision is where you want to go. It's a dream, long-term dream, 50 years, 60 years. Vision does not change. Rarely vision changes. That is extremely careful when you frame the vision so that everything can be accommodated in that vision. Then comes the mission. So mission is something which says who you are, what are you doing, how will you achieve that vision, what is so great about you, what is your USP, and how do you meet the expectations or needs of the stakeholders. You simply answer these questions, the mission statement is framed. I'll repeat. Who are you? What are you doing? How will you achieve that vision which you have framed? What is your USP? You know, USP is that unique selling proposition, which everyone, again, a jargon. I don't want to bring the jargons, I avoid the jargons. Okay? And how are you different from others? How many universities like these are there in India? Not many. Not many. So how are you different from those one or two? How are you different from others, other universities? What is that you fulfill the needs of your students? What are you doing? That is important. This is all about mission. So that is the second level of that pyramid I told you, the strategic intent. Okay. So again, my learned friend asked that operationalization. You remember, sir? So this is where operationalization of your mission comes. Trying to measure the extent of the achievement of your vision. Mission statement is rare. It will be statements because you are answering those questions. So many times you'll find 3 statements, 4 statements. Nothing wrong. There is nothing like this is the specific length, this is the specificity that should have. It can vary depending organization to organization. Few questions which I already discussed with you, which you should keep in mind. Again, just like for vision, there are certain important guidelines which you should follow when you frame the mission statement. Okay, it should be easy, short and easy. Okay, inspire and motivate. Now, these are some mission statements of. I'm taking an ARF ranking wise and the reputed institution. I'm not just picking up here and there. Some science institutions, some non-science institutions. Okay, so this is of IAC Bangalore. Jamia Millia Islamia, they have got a beautiful vision and mission. I took from their website as it is, okay, and then they went straight away to objectives. And this is a Suratkal mission statement. JNU, again, one of the top institutions that you have in the country. This is the mission statement, again on the website. MANUU has got a vision statement, okay. We look at this statement now. If you open your working sheet, I given one para on what is mission statement, so that will guide your thinking and discussions. Everywhere guidance is required, including at the end action plan, performance indicators. I have given you an example so that you don't have to recall what was shown on the slide here. Slides may be many, but I'm taking the summary of that and presenting it to you. Is it clear? Can I go ahead? So this is one company, I think all of you have heard, KIOCL, Kudramukh Iron Ore Company, which is very close to my institution, which exports pellets. So this exercise I did for them about 4 years back. The vision, mission, and the core values. So this was the mission that I crafted for them. It's a MNC, quite popular. This is one of the institutions which owned by our community, the Christian community, Father Mullah's charitable institution, which has got a medical college, a hospital which is more than 100 years old, a homeopathy college, and nursing college, and a whole group of institutions. I do some work for them, okay, on behalf of my bishop. So I took nearly about a year to do this, because those doctors don't care. If you go and take a lecture for them, they don't bother, because what is the use of vision? What is the use of mission and all that? That was the reaction of the first, the workshop I had. But later on, they picked up, they came to know the importance of that, and we had a beautiful vision and mission that was crafted along with the core values. So that is done. Let me go back now. If you take your worksheets, you have to go in teams. Groups already made. Sit in teams. Before you go, any doubts, clarify with me. I've tried to put it in a very simple language, in a nutshell, which we teach for 6 months as a course. Okay? If you do research on that, 3 years minimum. This is simple. So within the given time, so you have a vision, you have a mission, there are core values. MANUU's vision, mission, core values are given. What are you going to do in the team? Go in the team. First, nominate a leader for that, the team leader. Okay? Take about 15 minutes. Is it okay, ma'am? 15 minutes? Okay. Discuss. Make your team presentation for about 5 to 7 minutes. You'll have to come here and give your reflection of the team. Okay? And then we go to the second session. Any doubts? Any clarification? You want any changes? I'm open. Yeah? Okay. Done? Are you ready? Say yes loudly.
We have to discuss about these 3 points.
Yeah. Yes. Of MANUU. because these are all MANUU employees, faculty, others. Here we discuss only about MANUU. Is it okay? Shall we do it? You find it interesting? Say yes. Okay, it should be possible. We are all learners, because in learning there are no full stops. Please remember, it's only commas. The moment you put full stop, your learning stops. Pardon? No?
Yeah, they are giving. Actually, what's happening when we are going for meetings and all, every one of us, we are not able to explain what is our vision, what is our mission, what is our core values when we are attending meetings at a higher level. So we want you to ingrain and understand this vision and mission, so that when you write your research proposals, or when we put up any project proposals, or when we write any articles on various issues connecting to our own activities within MANUU, this is very important for us. This is one thing. So our vision is very good. In general, I am giving an evaluation. A mission and core values need to be little articulated and better prepared. This is the input we have when we are presenting in our annual reports, when we are presenting in our various reports to UGC and all, we need to do. So I think you are the best people to do it, and please relook at them. And language is not a barrier. Don't think language is a barrier, you should do it only in English. We'll convert it. Okay, so do it in whichever language you are comfortable. Okay, sir knows Hindi also. Don't think that he doesn't know Hindi. He's very well accustomed with Hindi, because he has to survive in UGC committees. No, he should know Hindi.
Konkani is
Okay.
my mother tongue.
Ah.
I can understand.
Ah.
All languages are very close to Konkani.
Okay.
Hindi is one, Marathi is another, very close to Konkani.
Okay, Marathi he'll understand.
In
Yeah.
fact, the slides that you projected here, values and visions of different institutions, those slides were very informative. So could we have those slides so that we could interact around those lines? Because we already know about the MANUU.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I told
But
you
we don't know about others.
don't replicate the contents, but the structure. But yeah. What you said is correct. But probably I had not provided you that a sheet of some of the vision and mission statement.
कोई बात नहीं, उसमें ना आप अपना मोबाइल फोन्स में देख लीजिए, उसमें स्टैनफोर्ड का है तो वो आ जा रहे हैं, जो सर ने वहाँ किया है ना। जब तक हमारे टेक्नोलॉजी वाला ठीक कर रहे थे तो मैंने मोबाइल में देख लिया, तो वो आ गया पूरा स्टेटमेंट। जो एक स्टैनफोर्ड का रिफर कर लीजिए, एक IISc बैंगलोर का रिफर कर लीजिए, एक NIT सूरतकल का रिफर कर लीजिए अपना, अगर कहीं पे कुछ डाउट्स आ रहे हैं तो।
So I'm presenting one document, copy of the document, a small gift to Madam. This is for you.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
Because she has been a great motivator. Yeah, please take that. Any other doubts, sir? So that is one thing probably for today you will have to look at the mobile and see that. Any other assistance you wanted, please, I'm here, available. Okay, any guidance?
जी सर, हमने 4 ग्रुप्स बनाए हैं। ग्रुप 1 में है मोहतशिम पाशा खादरी साहब फ्रॉम कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, प्रोफेसर अख्तर परवीन मैडम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन, मोहम्मद ताहिर कुरैशी MCJ डिपार्टमेंट, मुजाहिद पाशा सैयद पॉलिटेक्निक हैदराबाद, डॉक्टर सैयद अलवी मैनेजमेंट एंड कॉमर्स, डॉक्टर कासिमुल्ला केमिस्ट्री, मोहम्मद फैजान सर बॉटनी, डॉक्टर सुभाष अल्हा डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, आरिफ अहमद साहब जोलॉजी और डॉक्टर मोहम्मद रफीक अबू दर फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स। इनका ग्रुप 1 है और इसके कोऑर्डिनेटर है मिस्टर यूसुफ सर।
Can they raise
Can.
their hand? Group 1 who are here?
ग्रुप कोऑर्डिनेटर यूसुफ
And
सर।
the leader? Group leader?
यूसुफ
Good.
गुड
Yeah.
जी जी ओके, आप इस ग्रुप में चल जाइए सर जी। इस ग्रुप को बैठने के लिए हमने फर्स्ट फ्लोर पर जहाँ बुक एग्जीबिशन का स्पेस है वहां पर चेयर्स का अरेंजमेंट किया हुआ है, तो ये ग्रुप वहां पर जाकर डिस्कशन स्टार्ट कर सकता है।
So one interruption.
जी
For this session, the group will be on the top. For the second session, there will be rotation. So the group, because there is live streaming, so all will get a chance to come down because probably the streaming is only done. Okay? So you won't be up only. Next session, maybe you will be coming down. So the group which is down will go up. Is it okay?
तो यूसुफ सर आप आपके ग्रुप मेंबर्स को लेकर चल
You
जाइए।
can put your
जी।
location.
हाँ, सेकेंड ग्रुप के कोऑर्डिनेटर है डॉक्टर हुसैनी सर। मेंबर्स हैं डॉक्टर सिद्धार्थ के डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ सोशल वर्क, परवीन कमर मैम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ वीमेन एजुकेशन, डॉक्टर खांदे परवेज हिस्ट्री, मुस्तजीब खातिर फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स, जीशान सारा फ्रॉम इस्लामिक स्टडीज, जुनैद खान फ्रॉम पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद एहतशाम अख्तर फ्रॉम सोशोलॉजी, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद मेराज आलम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पर्शियन, मोहम्मद असलम कुन्नथिल डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंग्लिश और प्रोफेसर पठान रहीम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ हिंदी। ये सेकंड ग्रुप है। थर्ड ग्रुप के कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं हबीब खान सर। मेंबर्स हैं डॉक्टर जावेद नदीम नदवी सर फ्रॉम डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ अरेबिक, फहीमुद्दीन अहमद सर डिपार्टमेंट फ्रॉम ट्रांसलेशन, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद अख्तर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ उर्दू, इरफान आलम प्लानिंग एंड डेवलपमेंट सेक्शन, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद आदिल खान फ्रॉम लाइब्रेरी, पी हबीबुल्ला सर फ्रॉम परचेज एंड स्टोर सेक्शन, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद मुबशिर सर फ्रॉम ER2, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद अशरफ सर फ्रॉम एग्जामिनेशंस, गुलाम मोहम्मद अब्दुल्ला सर फ्रॉम एकेडमिक सेक्शन, चावला मुत्याला राव सर फ्रॉम डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ एडमिशंस। थर्ड ग्रुप हबीब खान सर जी
So
लेके
you'll be down,
जाइए।
sir. You'll be down here. They'll
Okay.
show you the location.
Look.
The last group also will be down here because they are doing the live stream.
फोर्थ ग्रुप है डॉक्टर सुभाष सर, इसके कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं। मेंबर्स है डॉक्टर शेख अब्दुल ताहा फ्रॉम सीसी, डॉक्टर अहमद खान फ्रॉम CUCS, आमिना तबस्सुम मैम सेंटर फॉर वीमेन स्टडीज, डॉक्टर मोहम्मद अकबर सर फ्रॉम CPDMT, शम्स इमरान सर फ्रॉम DD, डॉक्टर सुभाष सर फ्रॉम HK शेरवानी सेंटर फॉर डेक्कन स्टडीज, मोहम्मद इम्तियाज आलम सर फ्रॉम IMC, Khaja Mohyuddin sir from BWO, Dr. Shabana Kesar ma'am from Department of Women Education और Mr. Tabish from Department of Law। ये है फोर्थ ग्रुप। और मिराज मुबारकी सर फ्रॉम HRDC फ्रॉम MMTTC सॉरी।
कहीं एक जगह सर को भी डालना, डिस्टेंस वाला कहाँ?
डिस्टेंस वाला ही है सर।
और डिस्टेंस
हाँ ये ग्रुप यहीं बैठेगा फोर्थ ग्रुप।
प्लानिंग कहाँ पर है? प्लानिंग वाला कहाँ?
प्लानिंग वाला थर्ड ऊपर चले गए।
ऊपर।
ठीक आप इसी ग्रुप में बैठिए सर।
वेंकैया सर का नाम लेना।
जी प्रोफेसर वेंकैया सर यू कैन पार्टिसिपेट इन दिस ग्रुप जी। ओके ये लिस्ट दे दीजिए सबको ग्रुप में लीजिए।
और चेयर्स मंगवा लो, यहाँ पे बैठ जाइए, चेयर्स यूज कर सकते हैं ग्रुप।
नहीं ऊपर है, ऊपर तीसरा के ऊपर है।
मैं
तीसरा है ना, चौथा कितना ग्रुप है? चार, दो ग्रुप यहाँ बोला सर।
2 down or 3. Whatever you have done, go ahead. 3 groups are one. Yeah, 1 down.
देन स्ट्रीमिंग तो उस साइड होते हैं, उनका दिक्कत आएगा। ले लो दिशा।
linguistically, sir, the intention is not to promote Urdu, but rather to impart education in Urdu. दो अलग-अलग चीजें हो जा रही हैं. आप पढ़िए उर्दू प्रमोशन का नहीं है, जो मेरे समझ में आता वो मैं कह रहा हूँ. भी है, but it should be taught through Urdu medium. माने the emphasis is on the medium of instruction, Urdu as a medium of instruction.
वो तो उर्दू लैंग्वेज का प्रमोशन है, प्रमोशन ऑफ कमर्शियल सब्जेक्ट थ्रू उर्दू मीडियम। वो जो आप ये कह रहे हैं ना, वो क्या कहते हैं, टेक्निकली रॉन्ग है।
अच्छा,
यस, टू प्रमोट द लैंग्वेज ऑल्सो।
तो यहाँ पर मैं ये नहीं मुनासिब हो जाएगा,
उसके 3 अलग टर्म्स हैं बल्कि, टू प्रमोट, उसको फरोग देना, उससे देना, उससे
प्रमोट एंड डिसेमिनेट नॉलेज इन उर्दू हो सकता है।
नहीं, वही बेसिकली जो मैंडेट एक्ट का मैंडेट है वो प्रमोशन ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन थ्रू उर्दू मीडियम, दैट इज नॉट प्रमोशन ऑफ उर्दू।
माने प्रमोशन ऑफ लैंग्वेज थ्रू उर्दू और प्रमोशन ऑफ उर्दू क्या?
सुनिए, यूनिवर्सिटी के 3 ऑब्जेक्टिव्स जो 2007 से हमने देखे थे, टू प्रमोट द लैंग्वेज, टू प्रमोट हायर एजुकेशन थ्रू उर्दू मीडियम, टू प्रमोट टेक्निकल।
वेबसाइट पर प्रमोशन उर्दू आता है, आप वेबसाइट देखिएगा, उसमें प्रमोशन ऑफ उर्दू आता है।
हाँ, वही कह रहे हैं ना,
वेबसाइट पर लिंग्विस्टिकली रिस्पांसिबल उसको
करना, उसको रिफ्रेम हम लोग कर सकते हैं, लेकिन लिंग्विस्टिक को वहाँ से हटाना नहीं,
इसलिए कि लिंग्विस्टिक आपका जो है कोर वैल्यूज में से है।
अच्छा, इसमें एक चीज
तो वाजे नहीं करते इसको, टू प्रमोट उर्दू।
नहीं, प्रमोट तो ऑलरेडी आ चुका है, मिशन में है।
यहाँ कहाँ पर में
फर्स्ट मिशन में है, वो विजन में है, वो फर्स्ट वाला।
टू डिसेमिनेट नॉलेज द मीडियम ऑफ उर्दू है, बट नॉट द प्रमोशन ऑफ द लैंग्वेज इन इटसेल्फ। सर, ये मेरे अपने समझ में दो अलग-अलग चीजें हो जा रही
है कि उसमें अगर है तो उसको एक सेपरेट पॉइंट दे सकते हैं, क्योंकि जो प्रोड्यूस सोशली रिस्पांसिबल इंडिविजुअल्स है ना, वो एक सेपरेट चीज है। उसके साथ सोशली रिस्पांसिबल के साथ कोई और रिस्पांसिबिलिटी आप जोड़ देंगे, थोड़ा सा ज्यादा है।
लिंग्विस्टिकली मेरे ख्याल से
लिंग्विस्टिकली
रिस्पांसिबल वो समझ में
आप क्या कहेंगे, इकोनॉमिकली रिस्पांसिबल।
Very clear. If you take my document, I'll show you. I had vision, core values for my institution. Department level, I insisted. HODs have to come up within a month. Then we will discuss. What are we don't have vision mission for them. We have only goals and objectives. Vision and mission is fixed. Now you see how you will convert that mission of the university into goals at the department.
Mission is a methodology. So language people have different methodologies, and social science have different methodologies, especially in research and other.
Methodology of
Therefore, their mission could be different.
methodology of what? Methodology of attaining the vision.
Some people use primary word, some use secondary word, some use inductive verb, some use deductive verb. So, but the other schools, the other use this methodology. So my objective mission will be different, and his and her mission will be different.
You state that, sir. You state in your goals what you want to achieve. Not the vision and mission. Mission is very broad. When you come to goals, then you tell what you want results.
Goal is the outcome of representation.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I think that will also be different. Not different.
Different. Goals should be different. Should be different. You cannot have similar.
बोलने का मतलब क्या है? यूनिवर्सिटी का विजन एंड मिशन होगा, डिपार्टमेंट वाइज गोल एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव।
सर देखिए,
ये डिपार्टमेंट को अलग अलग
यूनिवर्सिटी का जो विजन एंड मिशन वो मैनेजमेंट ने बनाया। अगर हम सब्जेक्ट वाले सब्जेक्ट एक्सपर्ट है, हम उनसे एग्री नहीं कर सकते। वो चीज इसको भी आपको मान के दीजिए।
That thinking we are changing now. Now we are saying vision and mission is evolved by everyone, not the management. This is what I told you. Top-down driven approach does not survive. Top-down approach does not survive. What is it? It is led by the management, vision and mission. Okay. No. Now what we are doing is management and other primary stakeholders like faculty, students, parents. Those are going to employ them. We are all sitting together and
अभी ये प्रोग्राम ही है इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट स्टूडेंट्स एंड स्टाफ में सभी आ जाएंगे। स्टाफ टीचिंग एंड स्टाफ तो टीचर्स को ऊपर पढ़ाने में स्टूडेंट को पढ़ाने से दोनों है, इंक्लूडिंग में भी तो इम्प्रूवमेंट है। ये वर्कशॉप हमारे लिए तो वही सबके लिए हमारी पर्सनालिटी को इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं। फैकल्टी एंड स्टाफ वाले स्टूडेंट को स्टाफ भी कर रहे हैं। स्टूडेंट स्टाफ स्टूडेंट्स एंड स्टाफ में सभी आ जाएंगे और टीचिंग सभी आ जाएंगे।
टीचर्स को रिक्रूट किया है तो पढ़ाई तो बच्चे ने ऐसा से किया और मेन मकसद तो मिशन हमारा है बच्चों को ऊपर जाना है। टीचर्स को क्या करेंगे?
पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, वो एज ए पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे। हाँ, इन केस वो पार्टिसिपेट एज ए स्टूडेंट्स ही कंसीडर कर लिया जाएगा। अलग से टीचर्स
नहीं, हमें एडिटिंग ट्रेनिंग दी गई है, एडिटिंग वर्कशॉप करा रहे हैं। फैकल्टी की पर्सनालिटी बालिंग यहाँ पे फोकस
मिशन तो बच्चों को ऊपर ले जाना है, मिशन टीचर को थोड़ी ले जाना ऊपर से।
एडीपी के मिशन पे बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग।
ट्रेनिंग हम टीचिंग को भी दे रहे हैं कि इस सिस्टम को मजबूत करने के लिए सभी स्टेक होल्डर हम जो काम कर रहे हैं सभी स्टेक होल्डर के लिए
स्टाफ टीचिंग और टीचिंग के सबको नहीं होना चाहिए इसलिए all the stakeholders इसलिए उर्दू का जो यहाँ पे पॉइंट है तो सिर्फ यहाँ पे नहीं है तो हम इसमें ऐड कर रहे हैं स्पेशल हमारे
कहाँ पर ये कह रहे हैं कि टीचर्स को भी ऊपर उठाने की बात रखी जाए। सेक्युलर ये साइंस का है वो कई सारे इसके लिए
All the groups are back. So shall we start the presentation by group 1? Please remember, after you make the presentation, you will have to give one copy from your group, so that for compilation we require. So group leader, if you don't mind, can give you a copy, or one additional copy will be given to you so that you can copy on that. We want to prepare an outcome of the workshop. This is very important. It is not enough just we come, listen and discuss, but there has to be something documented, okay, where we are all partners for that. Do you agree with me? So let's do that. And the group leader can hand over one copy of whatever you have, the group reflection, to ma'am, Professor Salma, so that compilation we require outcome of the workshop. Shall we start? Group 1. Can group 1 leader please come forward? Come to the stage because there's live streaming. Please come over here. Group 1 leader here. Make it short. Come.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much. After the discussion with our team, I found some comments and some suggestions. So first of all, I will discuss about vision.
Sir, 1 minute before you start. Other groups, please note down whether you have anything common what he says, what you have discussed. Are you following me? Something could be common in your group, what is being told here. Please highlight that. Okay, thank you.
Yes. So about vision, first comments is, first of all, I would like to provide, promote quality higher education and research through Urdu and be recognized as the leading institution for academic excellence. So our team decided, first of all, comments, higher को delete करना बताया. It means to provide and promote quality higher को हटा देना, यहाँ पर simply education लिखना बताया.
Okay,
Right?
Noted. Don't take too much time in explaining or thing. Just in crisp 2 or 3 sentences, your vision, you would like to make a small change.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
that change.
A small change.
Other groups, please watch out whether the same change has been
And
suggested by you.
suggestions जो आया है वो ये है कि थ्रू उर्दू के बाद मीडियम होना जरूरी है. तो therefore the vision is to provide and promote quality education, research and innovation through the Urdu medium as a leading institution for academic excellence. So there is a minor change in vision. Now come to the mission. Sorry. High innovation. Now about mission. First, to disseminate knowledge through Urdu, through the medium of Urdu, ये as it is रखा सभी लोगों की राय से, तो इसमें there is no change. Now, in second mission, to impart quality higher education in Urdu through regular, जो लिखा हुआ है उसमें कुछ minor change है. तो कमेंट्स में जो है हायर इसमें भी हटाया गया है, तो देयरफॉर हायर यहाँ पर डिलीट कर दिया गया है. तो जो सजेशन आया है सेकंड पॉइंट में वो ये है, टू इम्पार्ट क्वालिटी एजुकेशन थ्रू रेगुलर, डिस्टेंस एंड ऑनलाइन मोड्स. And third point, to provide the students with highest quality teaching, learning and research environment. So there is a minor change in this also. इसके बारे में लिखा है कि to provide the students with the highest quality learning, training, research in innovative environment.
Can you say it again, sir? To provide students
with the highest quality, learning, training, research in innovative environment.
Okay.
Right? Now fourth point को as it is रखा है, but fifth point को जो किया गया change वो ये है कि to produce socially and professionally responsible human beings who could substantially contribute to society and the nations. And the last point, as it is a सबकी राय. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
No, thank you, sir.
Next group, please. Group 2.
Core values.
Huh?
About
Okay, core values.
yeah, about core values, there is some suggestions. First suggestion is multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary system courses or skill-based courses, and third is value-added courses.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Please hand over by today or tomorrow to the professor in charge of that for compilation. Group 2, please. Yeah, group 2, team 2. Yeah. So by that time, if you are not ready, group 3 we can do. You can come later. Are you ready? Group 2, please come. Come, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us a chance. And I'm very thankful to all my group members who have chosen me to represent here, though I'm not a group leader, but I'm the representative of all. So what we have decided, sir, is the vision is okay, but we want some addition. Some addition, like so far as the vision is concerned, we want to like include in this the inclusivity factor. It should be gender inclusivity, it should be language, linguistics and culture inclusivity. So that we need to.
Can you frame that and tell, ma'am?
Sir, with all
the
my
present vision,
yes,
can you reframe that if possible? Otherwise, members can join and help us. If you can reframe that. If you are not ready, it's okay.
I would like to say one thing, that with the permission of all group members, that 15 minutes are not enough to make a statement, including all these things. Inclusivity is not there so far as the statements is concerned. So we have
my apology because I have been too fast.
Yes.
And time
So
is very limited.
right. So these are the things we want to include: knowledge of like production of knowledge. Not only through knowledge, but production of knowledge is also required from this institution. And alumni engagement we want there. Global global level, we want to be a leader at the global level. And also, if you can, if you want me to be in one, so we can say ke, I don't think I'll be able to give it in just one statement.
Okay, it's
right,
okay.
Sir?
Go to mission.
So far as missions are concerned, yes, we want to be included in the missions to enhance the academic programs in Urdu with focus on experiential learning and research-oriented pedagogy in industrial-related curricula. Next is create an inclusive campus. That should be everything, including. Third is create technology-friendly campus. And the last is, of course, not the least, to foster cutting-edge research so that we will be able to be included in the global research-oriented groups.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Core values.
Core values. We are agreed with the core values given in this. Divided, we should bring it into the practice. It is not necessary to write the core values, but it is very important to work from the heart and to be a model for others.
Can you list a few core values and give it to us at the end? Not today.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
We will make the statement also, sir. Right. We will do that.
Because we want to compile those.
Right.
Thank you so much. Can we go to the next group, please?
And thank you so much. And thank you so much for my group members also. Thank you, sir.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। देखिए, जहाँ तक मैम ने पहले वजाहत कर दी कि वक्त बहुत कम था, लिहाजा जो है बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी बाज़ाब्ता तौर से लिखी न जा सकी, लेकिन उसी के साथ मैं सर को इन कोर वैल्यूज़, मिशन, विज़न के साथ ही बताना चाहता हूँ। कुछ हम हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी की बात बताना चाह रहा हूँ, जिससे आप शायद मेरी बात को समझ पाए कि हम क्या चाहते हैं। Basically, as far as any university is concerned, it is unless and until if its products are not successful outside in the terms of employability as well as in the terms of their behavior and etiquettes in the society is not perfect, then the motive of the institution is not completed. So as far as the MANU's motive is concerned, our students, our alumni are doing wonderful jobs in the different spans of the society. And one thing very interesting is that we are doing such few courses like diploma engineering, BTech, B.Ed, M.Ed, PhD in education, and few years back we have introduced vocational courses like imagining technology, radio technology, this medical lab technology. With the introduction of these courses, as well as our same focus is on the improvement and the studies of the languages and the social subjects. Like, for example, the ma'am has developed the Dakhan Studies Center. So our students are performing very well in all spheres. So the mission, what our elders, our seniors has given us, our torchbearers, we are working in that direction, and alhamdulillah, we are doing well. But now the question is that how can we make it more successful? For that, we have to use the technology. We have to inculcate more technological shift in ourselves. That we have to learn the technologies of learning. So we have to focus on the use of technology so that we can face the challenges of the technological shift. One thing, and the second thing is that as we know that भारत की एक वो जो कहावत हमारी है कि भारत जो है उसकी एक फिलॉसफी है कि वासुदेव कुटुंबकम, दूसरी ये है कि भारत एक विश्व गुरु है। तो हमें हमारे रिसोर्सेस, हमारे इंस्टीट्यूशन को ऐसे डेवलप करना है कि पूरी दुनिया उसकी तरफ अट्रैक्ट हो पाए। And for that, we have to develop such curriculum. Likewise, for example, if we are imparting education in Urdu medium, but it doesn't mean that we will limit it to the people, only those who know Urdu. Rather, we will invite the people, those who want to learn Urdu, though Urdu is not their mother tongue, though Urdu is not their language. So we have to attract the people from all over the world. As you said few minutes back, that our Vice Chancellor has asked for the proposal of for a proposal for opening a center in outside country. So in our mission, as far as the mission and the vision is concerned, everything is okay. We have to expand it in the way so that we can make our institution more successful at the world level, and we can produce the products which can be more successful in their life, not only in terms of the employability, rather in terms of their behavior, their torch-bearerness for the next generations.
So can I understand that you agree with the mission?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay, so go to core values.
Yeah. And as far as the core values are concerned, our university is rigorously working on these core values. And every time we are focusing on this. For example, whenever we are designing any course, we are making focus that our core values should not be disturbed. So core values are also good.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
So, but if you can just list down 5 or 6 words, core values. Narrations are there already available. Have you listed them?
We tried to list them, but actually,
okay. Later on you can.
Yeah. Because we were doing discussions, the time was very short.
Issues.
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, because of paucity of time, you could not do many things what we're told. Please complete it and give it to the dean, okay, professor in charge of this, because ultimately I told you we want outcome of the workshop. Okay, last group. Yeah.
एक मिनट सर, इन एडिशन तो सर प्रेजेंटेशन में हाउस को बताना चाहूँगा कि इस साल मानो के 950 बच्चों का तखर्रुर हुआ है स्टेट और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस में जो ओडीएल से बिलोंग करते हैं, और 4500 बच्चों का JNK में सीनियर स्केल में प्रमोशन हुआ है, जिन्होंने मानू से बीएड किया है और मानू से पीजी किया है। तो एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी के ताल्लुक से मानू सक्सेसफुल है, ये मैं उसको बताना चाहूँ.
Congratulations, good, that's good.
Please, sir.
I represent the fourth group. After due deliberations with the members of the committee, we finalized few changes. We found no change in the vision as such. We are going through the same vision. But vision, we found few changes, few corrections, few changes. Okay. The first point is to disseminate knowledge through the medium of Urdu by appropriate utilization of technologies. Okay. Second, to impart quality vocational and higher education in Urdu through regular, distance, and online modes with special focus on women's education. This is the second change we thought.
Okay.
And third, to provide the students with quality teaching, learning, and research environment. Fourth one, to develop students' personality and enhance their learning capabilities. To provide socially responsible and empowered citizens who could substantially contribute to society and the nation. And we have removed the next point completely.
Okay.
We didn't agree with that.
Okay.
And instead of that, we have replaced with one more point, that is protect and promote the aesthetic and cultural values and heritage of Urdu.
Good.
These are the
Core
change.
points.
Yeah, 4
Core
points.
values.
Core values, we have reorganized these core values. We have clubbed and bifurcated few. So now the core values consist of promoting continuous improvement in teaching and learning, fostering research culture, facilitating the spirit of scholarship in students, promoting the notion of guidance beyond teaching among teachers, channeling the resources and potential towards nation building, establishing, maintaining, and expanding green campus, involving stakeholders in the activities that affect them, assessing and improving policies related to academics and administration, cultivating transparency in administration, preferring merit and quality in all spheres of promotion, recognizing the worth of all its teaching and non-teaching members. And finally, faculty immersion or faculty exchange with world-class institutions.
Right.
This. Thank you so much. Thank you to the group members. Thank you.
Friends, thank you so much. Again, I apologize because of the paucity of time. We could not give you more time to discuss, but I'm sure the way in which you were immersed in the discussion, I was motivated. I had the fear how it would be accepted, whether they will get themselves. But I was motivated looking at you, the way in which you were discussing. There is a lot of scope to discuss even after this workshop. Okay, so do continue to deliberate on this very important topic. Before the Aman Sahab, you're here. So before the lunch, we are going to have this session, ma'am. Salma Sahab. Do we have the second session before lunch or after lunch?
No, before lunch, sir, we have time till
1:45. Okay. Now this is a very interesting session because I want you to concentrate on this. This has not been done, I'm supposed, with MANUU. If it is done, it will help you. But if it is not done, you should do it. A very less theory I'm going to give you, just hardly 5 minutes, but more time on discussion. All groups will be sitting here only. Okay, in this hall itself, we will arrange a chairs. And outcome of that, again, 5 minutes, you will come and tell your group reflection. Is it okay? Is it fine? All of you take a deep breath. Let's get a lot of oxygen. You get a lot of energy. Okay. Quickly, some theory. Because for us, theory and practice both are important. So, any organization is always in environment. Remember today, environment is playing a major role in shaping the destiny of the organizations. This includes also the companies. Okay. So we need to have a look at the environment. Two important environments are there. One is the environment which is internal to the organization, to the university. One environment outside. Now there are players inside, there are players outside. Two categories of players. Now we try to identify who are those players inside, who are those players outside. Then we try to use a technique which is very common to you to scan this environment through analysis called SWOT analysis. Okay, so SWOT analysis is basically nothing but trying to scan the environment, internal and external. So this typically how it looks, drawn with the background theory of taken from different books. Nothing new, it is all known. So internal. Now you will find in that yellow color, I have written something with red alphabets. Can you read there? Internal environment, within bracket there is something. What is that? Controllable. External environment, I have written something in bracket. What is that? Uncontrollable. So there are variables in the internal environment which is within your control, which is within your reach. You can manipulate, modify, change, do everything what you want. But there is the external environment which you have no control, you have no say. Now what do? People waste a lot of time trying to pay their attention and waste their time on the controlling the uncontrollable variables. They are not in your control. You have to only manage those uncontrollable variables. Whereas you have to focus, put all your energy on how do you use these internal variables to achieve your goal. So let's quickly go through that. There is a very interesting analysis given by Albert Humphrey, which tells that every organization has got strengths and weaknesses which are internal, I told you, and opportunities and threats which are external. Every organization has got resources which are internal and external also, but internal resources can be tangible resources, can be intangible resources. The main classification, you have the physical resources, human resources, financial resources, intellectual resources, okay? The brand, all these are resources, reputation. And two important words for us is the effectiveness and the efficiency with which we use these resources. Okay, Peter Drucker says, doing right things and doing things rightly distinguishes how we operate in the environment. Now these are open your worksheets. If you open your worksheets, I've given you a list of strengths and weaknesses. You can always add, list is not exhaustive. Okay, so these are all within your reach, controllable, manageable. You can modify them. Understand, we need to put a lot of our energy on this, the internal variables, the strengths and weaknesses. So strengths and weaknesses always have a positive impact. The strengths always have a positive impact. The weakness always has a negative impact on the organization. So now when you go to the group, you have to identify the strengths. Look at your worksheets. This table is given to you. Those which tangible or intangible, MANUU has got, which contribute to the university, to the organization. If you are asked to list immediately, I know some of you would be ready with those strengths, but I want you to do it in the group and then come back when we sit together. And then when each group comes and tells, you can tick those which your group also finds it is a strength. Are you following what I'm saying? So it's a good exercise where we try to endorse what the other groups also says. But we may have some additional strengths also to add. You are also most welcome to do that. And these are the opportunities. Again, they have a positive impact. Okay. And the threats, they have a negative impact. And I've given you in the list, if you see the worksheets, maybe a list of opportunities and threats outside and listing them here. Now, we go a little further because we are a university. We are a CFTI, centrally funded technical institution of reputation. Okay. So we can't just stop at SWOT that anyone can, ordinary group or persons. We want to go a little further. From here, is it possible use the SWOT to identify the goals and strategies? So in next to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I will show you how do you use SWOT to develop the goals and develop strategies. Very important. And I'll show you practically how this was done for a big company, the Kudiramukh Ayanur company in Mangalore. A practical example. So let's start with how do you use SWOT? So list these. Drawing sheets I kept ready. I do not know whether you will find time to write on the drawing sheets, but since it is given to you, the working sheets, we'll give you the drawing sheet also with 2 sketch pens. What you need to do is simply transfer the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, threat into this matrix. Now I'll tell you how do we take this further. Any doubt on this? If you don't find time to do it on the drawing sheet, please do it on a separate sheet. Okay, drawing sheet we are kept ready, but with the sketch pen. Okay, so using this SWOT, we end up developing the strategies. So combining strengths with weaknesses, this is a very important rule called Maximax rule. Developing aggressive strategies. Okay, we will do it when we come to strategies. Combining weakness and opportunities, Maximin rule. Okay, competitive strategy. And also goals we develop looking at this. Strengths and threats, combining these conservative strategies. Now these words may sound big, but the way in which you do for the university, it will sound very interesting. For example, I'll give you a simple example from here for MANUU, how it can be done. I have done it actually. I spent quite some time doing research for MANUU. So I found out from your strengths, you have active researchers. Please correct or you can add. This is what I did my research, okay, on MANUU. Because I told you we should not stop only at SWOT analysis. You have to see how we can use it for goals and strategies. I found there are active researchers, state-of-art labs, organization capability is very high, organization reputation is very good, social media presence is very good. Do you agree with me? This is what I could make out, your strengths. Correct me if anywhere, but you can add because you are people who have been here. Some weaknesses I found: weak financial position, no clear strategic direction. Okay, there's no well-developed core competencies here, maybe low faculty research output. External visibility, this is very important because this is the unique university you have. I do not know the promotion policy here, whether CAS or any other policies you have on promotion. Opportunities, I found, there are so many index journals, Scopus or Web of Science, or where they are ready to accept papers, okay? If they are found to be quality papers. Funding agencies are there. External sponsorships, very important, because this, unless you find this, there's crunch for resources. Online delivery programs, ODL, we were discussing about. Okay, new geographic location, which the VC in charge was saying, can you shift from here somewhere else? Opportunity, external, okay? And sponsored chair positions, okay? Banks may sponsor a chair for professorial chairs. Do you find it is practical? Yes, most of these opportunities are practical, what I found. There are threats, like admissions may be low, likely entry of new competitors. I do not know in your area whether it is practical, whether it happens. NIRF ranking today afternoon, 3 o'clock. I think they are deciding NIRF ranking. New regulatory requirements. Okay, this is very important. Regulations keep changing. UGC, the regulatory agencies. Shift in preferences of, the older programs. They want newer programs, as one of my friends said, technology involved, AI, ML, and all that. ML and AI being used. And then I mix S1 with O1 and yeah, you can see here. So this is one strategy. S1, O1 and O2. So I combine S1 with O1 and O2. This is a very good strategy, aggressive strategy. Now this strategy will depend how I develop these other strategies also, where I try to minimize my weakness, where I try to, address the threats which are coming. Again, one strategy here for O5 online delivery programs, you have a good organization capability, and you have also organization reputation. Your brand is known. Are you following? It is a practical way of combining developing goals and strategies. Okay, using this matrix. And maybe if you go to here, sorry, I have not put it on the paper there. I can give you the print of this later. So when you want to minimize the threat and make use of the opportunities, there is a competitive strategy here, which are marked there. W1 is a clear weak financial position. You combine with O3 and O4, funding agencies, external sponsorships. Okay, develop your goals and strategies in this direction. Similarly, you go to say Maximin rule here, conservative strategy. I put say T1 and S4. So T1 threat is low admission. So S4, social media presence. Maybe you are reaching out to rural, so many areas, everyone is today involved. Similarly, if you go to the last quadrant, the mini-min defensive strategy, you have to survive some other. You can't close down anything. So W2, no clear strategic direction, but you have T1 and T2, low admissions and likely entry of competitors, but still you have to survive using the other strategies. So they are dependent on each other. Now I'll show you, this is why I did this exercise for this. They export this pallets. The ships come there from Kudramukh, or from the Kudramukh site, it comes through the pipeline to the New Mangalore Port Trust. So the pelletization takes place and automatically loading happens into the ship and it gets exported. So we had a very interesting, about 3 workshops I conducted. All different stakeholders at different levels participated in this. Very interesting. In fact, they got so much immersed, and then we prepared this, how strategies could be developed for exporting the INR. Okay, let me go back to where I had stopped. We don't stop at the SWOT analysis. So we'll continue that after the lunch, but for the time being now, you will go in groups. All the groups will be here only. You will be comfortable here. Maybe in 10 minutes, try to identify the strengths, try to identify the weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Okay, and then with that input, we will go after lunch for the next session on goals and strategies. Is it clear? I know hungry people are angry people. I can see it on the face, but I can't help. Okay, mandate is given to me. I have to complete it. Professor Salma won't allow me to deviate from that. So is it okay? Is it okay? So 10 minutes, yeah. It's not very difficult. I've given you a very simple background of what strengths, weakness, opportunity, threat, and where it can take you. Don't stop at simply SWOT matrix. It can take you further. It can be a very interesting area wherein get into developing the strategies and goals. So friends, go into your groups. Our volunteers will help you to be seated here itself. Chairs are available. Chairs are here. Yeah.
अपना जो डिपार्टमेंट में जैसा तो कर सकते हैं ना। हाँ तो कर सकते हैं, तो एक बार सबका देख लेते हैं कि कॉमन बना सकते हैं।
एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी के लिए जो है काफी सपोर्टिव है।
सब जगह हमारी जो हेडक्वार्टर लोकेशन है आज के डेट में जो आईटी हब है ना वो भी हमारी Hyderabad being a advantage for
We are in the heart of the city.
हमारा अपना क्या है? हाँ अपना देखना पड़ेगा ना.
Although we can see both regular and
online.
University with national presence, hyphen, regular and online.
regular and distance both. Regular distance.
So strengths were first point, diverse programs. The university offers vocational, regular.
Main strength is this is the only university in the country providing higher education through Urdu medium. This is the strength. It is also a weakness in a sense.
University offers higher education. That is the strength.
Second वाला ना?
First वाला है.
First वाला ही.
नहीं, कौन सा भी रहने दो.
कोई सा भी
नंबर क्या फर्क पड़ेगा?
colleagues, I know you have engrossed in the discussion, but then we have to go for a lunch, which is waiting for us. So if you can complete it in another 2 minutes, we come back. Okay? And quickly make a short presentation and then go for a lunch. We should not delay lunch too much because we have already crossed the lunch time. Huh? Okay. So I'm asking you, do you want to do the presentation after the lunch? Okay, so you complete this, take another 5 minutes maybe. But then by 2 o'clock, we should be going for lunch. We should not delay too much. Then you'll be very hungry and very angry after that.